I do it because I love it, man. And honestly, most of the time when I am doing it, I just, I don't really care whether people will hear it or not, you know? But then it makes for better music, you know?
Take a little bit of hope, y'all. Some hope for ya. Take some hope for ya. You need some hope, y'all. Like I got some hope, y'all.
The name Relic, man. Well, I had a bunch of different names before that I won't get into, because it's just now it just seems old hat. But I looked in the dictionary, man. I just started reading through the dictionary to try and find something that I thought would, would represent what I would want to be as an MC. Who would I want people to perceive me to be as an MC? So I chose Relic because one of the definitions I think it was in the Webster's dictionary, says the body of a dead person. And to me that just signifies the dying to yourself. So like dying to your own wants and dying to your own willfulness so that God's will can be done.
It's all relative because it was something that I just felt like I had to do. I just felt like, okay, this is my mission, you know? So I compiled a whole bunch of songs and was hoping to sort of get it there and begin to do shows and then promote that. And then right after I finished recording it, I finished mastering it, I started into a bunch of other little sort of work on other people's projects and things like that. And you know, life just happens. And then by the time I looked back at it and said, I really want to do something with this, it was, you know, a couple of years later. And I was like, oh man, I have to come up with some new material now. And I actually started making that material in 2004 and finished it in 2005. And then ended up having it mastered at the end of 2005, so it was only available, you know, late 2005, early 2006. And then a couple years later, there I'm going, okay, what do I do now? And then and all I'm doing is like making beats and writing rhymes and stuff like that as time progresses too. So I want to take those things and so that they won't go to waste, so that I'll, you know, so that I actually, you know, make something out of it.
The people that have really been inspiring and influential to me, like LL Cool J's first album, and Grandmaster Flash, and Run DMC, and UTFO. Actually, UTFO was the very first hip-hop record that I heard, the Roxanne, that record. And I listened to that, and my friend had a 12-inch of it. My parents are freaking out and going crazy, my British parents. What do you keep on playing that for? The people that have really been inspiring and influential to me, producer-wise, have been Jay Dilla, Black Milk, Wajid, Pete Rock, Alchemist, High Tech. Those dudes, and a slew of other people. Those aren't the only ones by any means, but those are the people that, when I hear the music, there's this soul, you know what I mean? There's this vibe to it, you know, like that. And those guys have really influenced me musically in terms of production now.
Let's take it from the INT row. No lies be told. Relic flex rhymes like a superhero. I defeat villainous weirdos. They all disappear over time, but I'm still here.
5 favorite MCs are right now. Elzai, Planet Asia, Black Thought, Fonte. It's a toss-up between Common and Pharoah Monch and all that. So, you know, if I mention 5 of them, you know what I mean? Like, those are the recently most strongest influences. I work with people like Manifest, who's signed with EMI now, with Shad, who is signed with Black Box, is Universal, right? I worked with a lot of different artists, like some known, some unknown. I worked with Surreal and Braille, who are both with Hip Hop is Music, which is Braille's label. I've done production for people like Sean Slaughter, Bobby Bishop, and a slew of guys who are down in the States. As for here at home, I've worked with some other artists like Promise and Nifty, and as of late for my project, I had the opportunity to do a track with Socrates, who has toured with Nelly Furtado, and he's big name in hip hop here in Canada. And I also have another track on there with Superstition on it, who is doing really well in the States right now too. Another track on there has Shad on it as well. So a whole bunch of different sort of credits here and there. Everything on there is me. Produced, recorded, mixed. All the beats are me, all the rhymes are me, all the singing is me, with exception of all the features that I have on there. The feature artists on there are Socrates, Shad K, I got Superstition on there, he goes by Cam Moy, Brother Soul, I got Ohm's Law on there. So I got a lot of really nice sort of different songs with sort of different feel, different vibe. Everything has soul though, everything has real feeling. My calling is to just make music and put it out there, and hopefully people enjoy it, and I don't compromise, I don't mince words, and I rhyme. And like, I came from the mastering studio, the guy said, I could tell you're a Christian by listening to your lyrics, and I was like, wow, that's the first time I've ever heard that. But he's the guy who has actually had to, because he's mastering, he's had to sit down and listen to the album through and through and through. You know what I mean? But that's what it takes with my music sometimes. Listen to it through and through and through to really get the meat of what it is that I'm saying, man. I'm not out there to deliberately offend people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the gospel message will offend people all on its own without me trying to offend them more by thinking about how can I get people saved by writing a song. That's not what I do. Jesus said that whatever is in your heart in great abundance will come out of your mouth. When I'm writing, I don't even think up here. I just write what comes out of my heart. So I tend to praise to penetrate the negative haze. I take a few steps, lift, rest, breathe, stretch, feast, and make a better flex. Taste, test, just, and don't forget to meditate on it. Honest personified, astonishing those who invested in a polygraph test for I no lie. Hold me up to the sky, see the sun shine through a clear soul. On a roll in the true school, I'm wise now. Toss the plastic wraps, artificial, not even a little. I'm organic, so it's natural for me to want to save the planet. Actually, not the globe I mean, but every soul I see. Bringing value when you take it all for granted is the mode. Another episode of my dream, I stand bold in my weakness, coming out of the box. But rhymes plow through the crowd with the strength of an ox, so it's not me. A lot of got it confused, it's a strength from on high that got me untied, on fire, never blowing into crazy places, yo, there's no spaces or bases I can't take over. Yo, I'm sober, rock a microphone, yo, I'm the microphone holder. Yo, praise Jehovah, #1 God, yes, sound set, I wreck microphones hard.